The EO chapter here in Atlanta was very kind enough to come to BB&T. We had one of our executive management members, one of our home guys, Dante Wilson, present on the state of financial services and building productive teams. Brad was one of those participants, enjoyed an afternoon at the BB&T Atlanta Open with us. And it's amazing when you get to know, spend a little time with an entrepreneur, in this case a serial entrepreneur, it's amazing how they see things a little differently than perhaps an analytical banker. And so one of the neat things that Brad Stevens, our speaker I'm going to turn over to in just a second, has an incredible background, experience of starting businesses, taking them all the way to fruition, and selling those assets, and now has a chance to start all over again. And as opposed to starting a business, he said he wanted to share a lot of the best practices he learned by bootstrapping it with no budget. There is no marketing budget out there. There is no legal team budget out there. It's you got an idea, how do I take it to market? And then what I found in hearing from him, there's a lot of things that we can learn as a senior leadership team. I think hearing from his best practices and getting the mind of an entrepreneur or client that we engage with every single day, it's amazing how some of the value we can create and share some of these same best practices and ideas. So we're real fortunate, very excited to have Brad Stevens join the BB&T Northern Georgia region. Let's give him a big warm welcome. I'll turn it over to you.
Thanks, Heath, and thanks again for the generous opportunity for EO and to come participate in that event. That was a fantastic experience. I'll start off by saying that people really don't care much about what you have to sell or solve their problem unless they first believe that you actually care, right? A mentor of mine shared that with me one time, and it's so true, right? And as Heath was just alluding to, you're not selling loans. You're selling access to a home. You're not selling a line of credit. You're selling access to the ability to realize a dream, to support that family. And a speaker named Tommy Spalding that I really love, he says, don't sit down and try and win my business. Win my heart, and you'll win my business forever. I thought it was a really powerful statement. So what I'm hoping to share with you today are some things that maybe can help win the hearts of your clients in a deeper way, in a deeper value, even beyond the great work that you're doing currently. So I'll get started here in just a second. But as far as the Entreholic educational series is something we started doing, as he said, providing some innovative insights into ways that entrepreneurs are starting and building their companies kind of, very, very cost effectively. So again, as I said, my name is Brad Stevens. I'm a native of Atlanta here, kind of rare. Been around for my entire life, grew up in the Fayette County area. And for the last 20 years, all I've done is start companies. Had a toy rental company in 3rd grade, had micro machines that I rented to 3rd graders, and had a tutoring company in high school. And then after I graduated college, I was actually going to work for a firm here in Atlanta, a financial firm, and they went under about 2 weeks before I was supposed to start. So I got to keep my signing bonus and keep my severance pay, and never worked a day for the company. So I was like, I can make a career out of this maybe. But that kicked off my financial career. So the last 20 years, started companies in manufacturing, distribution, professional services, and internet marketing. And in growing my last company, there was a time there we were in a pretty tough spot, all right, in terms of dollars, money. We had some product issues with a malfunction with the manufacturer, and we were in a really tight spot, trying to make time and dollars stretch as far as possible. And that's when I learned about the world of freelancers and outsourcing. Right, I was in a place where I had to rub 2 pennies together to make things work, and I had to find creative ways. And so I found out from a buddy of mine who was doing this, and it was like I stepped into a whole other world of opportunity. That coupled with using kind of free and cheap, unique technology tools. Literally how to get tens of thousands of dollars of sales and marketing work done for our business for $500 to $600. Jeez. And in learning so, a lot of people kept asking me to speak and do presentations on it, and kind of reputation around Atlanta grew. And within EO, and I also kind of co-chair our accelerator program that has 40 companies in it that are trying to hit the $1 million mark. So I know when I exited my last business, 2015, that this will kind of be the foundation of my next company. So my goal here is to, as he said, I think some of these answers I'm going to share are going to help deliver unexpected value for your clients in a unique way you can bring to the table, some things that they've never heard about. Hopefully the same reaction maybe that you're going to have today. So exiting my last business, started Entreholic, and as the name implies, you can't be interested in being an entrepreneur or starting or managing a small business. You have to be addicted to it. You have to have a deep passion and commitment to the discipline, lean thinking, and creativity that it requires to build a company. So at Entreholic, we help entrepreneurs win with really creative, innovative solutions. Just quick background, we published a thing called the Top 200 Tools to fuel your business growth. We research what business owners are using out there, unique, free, or low-cost tools. We publish it in the guide. We have a digital magazine where we showcase entrepreneurs and their stories. How did they start and build their business? We got a podcast launching in the fall called The Start. Like, what are those first steps that you had to do to start your company? And we do workshops, and we also launched a whole online learning platform called Expert Outsource Training. And then I do a ton of speaking on this, right? So everything from Georgia Tech to Chambers of Commerce, all over. So obviously I'm pretty passionate about it. And growing up in an entrepreneurial family, it's pretty easy to be that way. So what's my why, right? So why do I do this? Why am I so passionate about it? Why do I care, right? Well, the thing is it's a prime time to be an entrepreneur and to be a business owner, right? There's bigger opportunities than there's ever been. The barriers to entry are low to start a business, to grow a business, right? But the problem is that things are complicated. You guys see this with your clients every single day, right? It's complicated, especially when it comes to the marketing front, right? The good old days. We had direct mail and TV and radio, and the customer was the end of the message, right? Today, this is what it looks like, right? The customer's right in the middle, and there's 1,000 messages every day, and you've got to fight for mind share more than ever. You got to be the right bait at the right time, floating across, right? So as Dante was sharing in that presentation we went to, you guys have a multitude of channels trying to be that bait at the right time. The other thing is that things are going faster, right? So it's a complicated digital landscape. This is another stat. Since 2011, there was about 150 marketing technology tools out there. Fast forward to today, there's 5,000 to do social media, email marketing, CRM, right? The small business guy just gets, you and I want to sell widgets, and now we got to embrace this whole ecosystem and figure out how to make it all happen, right? And they get paralyzed by it almost. So the other thing is things are faster than ever. Right? The old cliche I'll share, but Uber overnight unseated an entire industry, right? So things are a bit complicated and things move very, very fast these days. So, and the key challenges that the small business guy and the entrepreneur has to kind of keep up is, I love this analogy from old Abe Lincoln, right? They wake up every day chopping trees versus sharpening the axe. And I love that analogy, because it's what a lot of people do. They wake up in the whirlwind and chop, 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 and they just don't take time to sharpen the axe and find new, innovative ways to be successful. So the major benefits I'm going to share with you today on some examples is that A, it's going to help people outsmart the competition with an unfair advantage. Ethically, but an unfair advantage. I speak in front of groups all the time, startups to CEO groups. I was in front of 40 CEOs the other day, and less than 10% of the people raise their hands knowing anything about this stuff. And they leave in pretty strong awe. Secondly, the ability to look like a bigger company for a fraction of the cost. All these small business guys, they want to look and market and sell like the bigger guys, but they don't have the budgets or the time. And thirdly, get more from their time and money, right? Leverage time and money. Leverage is a key theme that every small business and entrepreneur has to do to get more done with less. Literally, get $10,000 worth of sales and marketing for $500 to $600 in half the time. That's the other big factor, things I want to share with you today. It's not just lower cost, right? It's the speed. So how? So first of all, it starts off with a mindset of leverage, right? And if anything you communicate to your clients and I share with people is to constantly be thinking about, how do I leverage, where do I spend, so I can spend the highest return on my time as an owner, me doing things like this, so that I'm not wasting my time chopping down trees. So the two things we're going to talk about today are low-cost freelancers and outsourcing, and then free or cheap technology tools, okay? So a few freelancer examples. We're going to talk about how to get a custom website done for $300 instead of $5,000. How to get an animated video done. Video is huge in small business. Everybody needs videos done, right? I'm going to show you how you get it done for $80 versus $1,000 to $2,000. Corporate brochures, literature, all the fundamentals that businesses need. They think I can pay thousands of dollars for it. You get done for $90 versus $500 to $1,000. Data scraping. Data scraping is one of the most powerful things that I've learned in using freelancers and outsourcers in creative growth strategies. That you can get thousands of highly targeted lists you can't even buy from Sales Genie and all those other sources for 10 to 15 cents a record. And we're talking about almost everything but their blood type as far as your target customers. All right, and hundreds of more examples. Literally $10,000 worth of sales and marketing for $500. All right, so I'm going to provide just a quick background real quick on, I was just kind of set the stage for you of what this is about. So why is this concept growing? All right, 10 million. 10 million is the number of people globally that are just on one of these freelancer platforms. Super talented people all over the world with competency and skill sets. All right, and by 2020, Forbes just came out with this article not too long ago, 50% of the US labor market will be freelancers, right? It's moving in that direction. And so getting and embracing the idea of using these folks to execute work and the cost effectiveness, which you guys will see through some specific case studies I'm going to share, is very powerful. So why is it growing, okay? Communication technology, as we know, between Skype and Slack, you can pretty much connect with the whole world for people to execute work. Platforms are safe and secure. All right, Upwork is one of the platforms that's out there, and it holds money in escrow. So if I want to get someone to do a brochure for me, they charge me, hold it in escrow, but they don't release it until the job's done. Highly talented, professionally trained individuals. These are individuals that have tremendous skill. A lot of them corporately trained or professionally trained in their skill, whether it's web development, graphic design, animated video building, which we're going to show some examples. Fast and flexible. That's the other thing. Right? These people, they don't get paid until the work's done, and their reputation means everything. So they are highly incentivized to do work fast and to do great quality. And it's low cost. And this is what's brilliant about this business model, is they don't have overhead, a lot of these folks. Right? And this is domestic and international. They're working out of their basement and out of Starbucks. Right? And they have no marketing expense. These platforms are delivering work to them 24/7 around the world, and they can do it at a much lower cost. And it's variable expense. Two magic words for a business owner, right? Turn it on and turn it off as needed. All right, so for example, I just want to give you a profile of some of these individuals, because a lot of people, when I introduce this concept, they think of like one thing. It's just like a customer service center in India sometimes, as they kind of have a perception of like what outsourcing may be. But I'm a writer, stay-at-home mom who lives in Baltimore, right? She's an amazing writer. She cranks out press releases, blogs, thought leadership papers. She wrote my piece for Inc. magazine that I had recently. Charges me $12 to $50 a piece and turns around in a couple of days. I have a thought in the car, I record it on a voice memo, send it to her, she has it cranked out in the blog, then she takes it, posts it to my website, and it's all done automatically for $12 to $15 a piece, $50 to $60 for a full thought leadership piece. Got a stay-at-home mom in Boston, who's a graphic designer, professionally trained, lives in Boston, been working with her for 5 or 6 years. She will take literally a logo and a 4-page Word document and turn it into a complete corporate brochure that looks like a $3,000 agency put it together for $90 in about 3 days. Got a video editor, a guy in Belgium that I work with, right? So I do a lot of speaking, I get a lot of raw footage from speaking and stuff, and I wanted to get a speaker reel put together, right? A guy that's starting his business. And a lot of businesses, not just trying to make a speaking is a great vehicle for generating leads and opportunities, right? It's local chambers and that kind of thing. So this guy's in Belgium, sent him all the raw footage, right? And he had me an entire 3-minute speaker reel with music, cuts, everything done, graphics interlaid in 5 days for $120. Right? Because he worked for a studio in Belgium, a TV studio, had all the equipment in his basement, knew how to do it all, making like 50 grand a year. Now he's making triple that, working from his basement, getting jobs all over the world for a fraction of the expense and getting it done twice as fast. I have a client right now who has an agency they made me work with, and it's been like 3 months, and we're still not getting a little 1-minute video done. Right? And there's 50 or more. So this is just a snapshot of what my partial global team looks like that we have all over the world. And a lot of it's domestic. Let me be clear. This isn't just international. There's a ton of domestic folks that have great skill and competency that we work with. But this is a powerhouse inventory toolbox for a small business owner and entrepreneur to get things done faster, cheaper, and smarter. This is the way that the new kind of marketing structure is going to look in organizations, right? I call it the maestro or an orchestra, the delegate. And whether this is the entrepreneur or the small business or the marketing director, they're going to have a team of freelancers that they use who are agile, nimble to execute in each of their disciplines, whether it's graphic design, web development, video editing, industry research, market research. I've got a guy in Bangkok that I use that does market research. Anytime I want to go into a new market, I'm working on launching a new pomade line for guys. And And so I sent it to him, doing a whole market analysis of every single pomade in the market, what it is, what their ingredients, what the competition is. In 5 days, 50-slide PowerPoint presentation for 140 bucks. Right? Guys from South Africa, brilliant marketing strategist. But he gets this job all the time, all over the world, so he can do it low cost. So I got instant market intelligence. So this is a great case study that I'll share with you. Buddy of mine, commercial real estate, could be any one of your clients, right? He's trying to get more business. He's trying to generate more leads for commercial real estate. So he created this site called AtlantaOfficeSearch.com, right? And he knows all these techniques that I'm sharing. It's a good looking website, right? Got the logo, the branding, got a video done, nice animated video. Why choose us to be your broker of choice? He got all of these different little things done. He got a freelancer to create a little calculator. It'll calculate your space, right? It's about making a website sticky with different tools that you can engage. You got an infographic done about what does the space leasing timeline look like. You got a lead magnet done, because if you don't convert people on your website with their name and email address, it doesn't matter. So you got that done. And you got blogs written. Did keyword research about when people search keyword terms in Atlanta for office space so that they turn up. That whole thing, all of it, for 850 bucks. So it's unbelievably powerful. This is an entrepreneur that's trying to support him and his family, trying to get more leads, was struggling with his company to get the leads and opportunities. So went on, used these resources, 850 bucks, had this turned around, and it is a lead generation machine for him. Other people aren't doing it. He's outsmarting the competition, unfair advantage because of his knowledge. Another example. How many of you guys go to these networking events, as Heath was just talking about, get that wad of business cards, right? I was just at a conference, I got a whole stack of them like this. Okay, what happens in terms of your time in managing that? Right, they sit on the desk, they maybe get loaded, you try and do that scanner thing that kind of matches them, but it doesn't really match them really well. Okay? So I have an outsourcer that I've used it for 5 years, data scraping. It does data scraping and data management. I literally take them all, take a picture of them, because iPhones are strong enough now, send it to him, and he puts them all in a spreadsheet. And he goes and finds all the missing data points, their LinkedIn profile, their social media handles, everything. Takes it all, puts it into a spreadsheet, loads it into my CRM, and kicks off an email for me. So I go from a stack of business cards at a conference that probably collect dust for most people, snap it, it becomes actionable data, and then I have a freelancer that logs in and manages my LinkedIn account and connects with all those people. Because I'm fresh on their mind. We just met in press flesh at a networking event. I want to get an email in front of them and connect on LinkedIn. But I don't have time to do it. For 20 bucks. All done. Pictures done, loaded, and turns into actionable data. Right? It's another concept I talk about, but I mean, it's so much money is lost in the warm leads in entrepreneurs and small business. They're out there chopping down trees all day long. The hot ones buy, they buy. The cold ones are never going to buy. But all the warm ones, that business card you got at a networking event that you never followed up on, those are where all the money's lost. Right? And so, I mean, I was just at an event where I saw a BB&T table recently, perfect example. Be able to take those and get that into actionable data quickly. So this is another personal story I'll share. So another great example. My dad's a woodworker. He built these amazing little children's kitchens for my nieces a couple of Christmases ago. Right? High quality furniture, quality play kitchens. And people went bonkers about it, right? Post on social media. So it's like, in retirement, maybe I can do like a little side cabinetry business. Let's maybe try and kick this off. Well, we need to know what the market looks like first, all right? Before we just go head down a road. How many entrepreneurs go head down a road and haven't even done any market intelligence, know what to do because they don't know how to do it or it's too expensive? I hired a freelancer. I said, I want you to go and data scrape the entire web and I want you to pull every single children's play kitchen that there is. I want you to give me the link. I want you to give me the price. I want you to give me the shipping costs. And I want you to put an image of it in a spreadsheet. All right? I got 200 records in 2 days for 25 bucks. So I had instant market intelligence of exactly what I was doing. You can do this in any industry, any competitor. We were looking to go into a market. I had to go data scrape every single website and go download every single competitor's brochure off their website and put it in a zip file and send it to me. So I got instant market intelligence of who my competitors were and what their literature and branding looked like. Just another example, like speaking. I want to start doing a lot more speaking around Atlanta, right? And a lot of your business clients may want to start doing that, but where do they begin? You got to go network and so forth. I hired a freelancer, and I said, data scrape all of Atlanta, and I want you to put every single business association, CEO group, chamber of commerce in a spreadsheet. Go find the person with the email address, put that in there, who's in charge of curriculum, and put it all in there for me and give me their LinkedIn contact. So assembled the whole list. I got 250 contacts all around Atlanta, 2 days, 25 bucks, 1 email, and I got 9 speaking engagements in a week. So it's taking data that's out there. Data's everywhere. And data miners and data scrapers and data administration, depending on who you guys are targeting, it's unreal what exists out there that you can go and mine. Not lists you can go buy from Sales Genie where 30% of it doesn't actually work. Personal example. Right? I use this stuff in my personal life too. Once you start learning how to do this stuff, like you start doing everything. So my wife, we wanted to get married in a rustic barn setting in North Georgia, right? So just what I want to do on a Saturday. I want to spend 3 hours on Google searching for rustic barns and then go find out who the person is that coordinates it, get their email address and all that. No. So I hired a freelancer. I did a screencast recording. I said, hey, I want you to go search all these keywords, go find every rustic barn setting, go find every church directory, go search the not.com and put them all in a spreadsheet for me, and I want you to get the email address of whoever the coordinator is. So got me 50 records, 2 days, $7. So now I can send one email out, said, we're interested, this is our budget, send me an RFP. So this is all kind of data mining, data administration. You can hire people to do this. It's called BPO, business process outsourcing, for a lot of companies. There's tons, of that 10 million, tons of people that do this type of work. Each of you could have your own data mining concierge. It's incredible. Video development. I want to get an animated video done for our business to talk about what we do. So went on, found a guy, got a 3-minute video, all the music, all the animation. Actually, I found a guy in Alpharetta. I went on Fiverr, which is one of the platforms, and found him. So I want a custom script writer for animated videos, for explainer videos. Lives down the street. Got the whole thing done in 5 days for $86, right? Agencies, some agencies large, and I'm not saying agencies have their place, and so super large strategy and how they paint the picture. For large corporations, it can make sense. But for the nimble small business guy that's got to compete in that complicated, fast-moving world, it's the only ground he can play in. And people don't know about it. Upwork, Fiverr, 123employee.com, Writer Access, all these platforms that are out there. Graphic design. So we published this thing called the top 200 tools to fuel your business growth, right? It's a great lead magnet for us to give away free on our website to get names and email addresses. It's this nice PDF. My graphic designer in Boston assembled the whole thing, beautiful, for $90. Start to finish, about 30 pages long. And it takes every single tool, talks about the price point, if it's free or not. And this is really cool. So I found this other guy on Fiverr that for $5, I know you can do this until I got an email, it'll take a flat PDF and turn it into a 3D dimension. I've never printed this thing, ever. But for $5, gave me 26 renderings of 3D reference. Makes it even look like it's open with the pages. Even made it look like it was sitting on a counter with a coffee mug beside it. So now I'm able to use that on our website in so many places, like my buddy used about the leasing, right? To be able to download for $5. So those are just a few. As you can imagine, I've got a zillion of these things. As far as examples, and a lot of it's digital marketing, but some of it's operations. I got an outbound telemarketing team that just crushes it. They make outbound calls. They feed this machine as well. But it's all about getting it done faster, cheaper, and smarter. All right, so free or cheap tools. I'll go through these pretty quick. This is part of what we do. I love finding creative, unique technology tools that are out there that people have never heard of, right? Think about the first time you learned about an Uber or an Evernote or something, how it can be a game-changing. So one is Screencast-O-Matic. If you write nothing else down, and I'll send you, there'll be a link you guys can send. I'll send you a whole link of all these. Screencast-O-Matic changed my world, right? I learned about it from my mortgage broker. He did all my paperwork, sent it over in PDF. Instead of us trying to get on the phone and go through it all together, he sent me a link and said, hey, watch this. I clicked on it, and it was him giving me a personal tour of my entire mortgage package. I could watch it all my time. Very convenient and easy. With this tool, it's free. You download it. All you do is draw your screen, record your voice, and record your mouse, and you can record whatever you want on your screen. I use it for sales. I use it for communicating with freelancers. I use it for administrative. I use it for going through proposals. When I send a proposal to a person, who hates getting those 90-page PDFs of crap I got to go through? I say, sit back, click here, and let me give you a personal tour. Great for internal communication. My law firm now uses this all internally because I use this to communicate with them when I want edits on all my legal contracts. It's so much easier. Instead of playing that email game back and forth and make this color blue, or I'd rather prefer this, engineering, bookkeeping, all kinds of stuff. Dashlane, so you talk about working with freelancers having to share your password. Dashlane allows you to share your password with one click without actually giving them your password. Spyfu.com, all right, it's another cool tool out there. Spyfu, you can put your competitor's website in, it'll show you their entire online marketing strategy. It'll show you their keywords, their backlinks, it'll show you the exact Google ads that they're running, when they're running them by calendar date, and exactly what's in those Google ads. All right, you got a local business, a local dentist or chiropractor or whatever else is trying to compete on the local front. Great tool. PR, the small business guy forgets about PR sometimes, and they think about, it's this $5,000 agency I go spend. No, prlog.org. First of all, you get a freelancer to write your press release low cost. prlog.org is a free distribution channel for press releases. You can go post it, and I've had 3 PR people tell me that the free one through PRlog is as good as the paid one through PRweb, which is a paid service. Harrow.com, it's help a reporter out. You go on there and register your business and what industry that you're in, and it'll automatically send you when reporters are wanting to write about your business or your industry. Instant, free PR opportunities. Calendly, automated appointment booking. Now, you guys may do this internally with kind of whatever your corporate email system is. This is a game changer too, right? So Calendly, there's a number of them out there. It integrates with your email. So instead of playing that game back and forth, let's meet at 5 on Thursday. Let's meet at 2 on Tuesday. No, let's have a call at this point. This integrates with your calendar. You send them a link, and then they can choose a time in your calendar that's available. And it automatically sends you a note and says, hey, Heath booked at 3 p.m. on Tuesday. And so it's automatically logged. And you don't have to play that game. How many hours of time that saves? How many hours of time y'all spend back and forth trying to book a time? On sales, right? So I was working with a client that does mobile app development and websites in the education industry. They were emailing administrators and principals, and those are hard people to get a hold of. So they were just emailing, hey, can we set a time to talk? Right? Then you put the burden on them. Well, sure, what day works for you? So they did this. 10-time improvement in appointments by giving them the option to book in their calendar. 10-time improvement in appointment booking. So if y'all aren't using something like this and you're trying to connect with people, I get and also I just don't like them, or I'm not interested. Like, there's people I like that I will not call back because I have to play the email game, right? If they don't have something like this. This is a cool one for you guys, sales guys, from a relational standpoint. So Crystal, cool tool. You go in, it'll study their entire social media platform, and it'll tell you what their personality profile is. Samantha's decisive, creative influencer, forward-thinking, ambitious, with a natural aversion to rigid structure. Now, if you knew that before you went and sat down and had a long conversation with them, let you know, are they more visual? Are they more detail-oriented? So it's called crystalknows.com. And again, I'll send you guys all a link with this stuff. This is one of my favorites. It does automated handwritten letters in your own handwriting. If I'd only had this for wedding thank you notes. So you go in, it's called bond.com. You go in, you can upload, it has a robot that will actually learn your handwriting, and has a robot with an ink pen that will write. You type what you want, it'll write a note. You create stationery and upload your logo on it. It'll write a note, send it out with a wax seal in the envelope. They're like $4. So these are nuances for the small business guy. How much does that help close a deal? If you have a bump close rate by 2 points, right? Do little things. Do a Stringcast-O-Matic personal proposal walkthrough. How does that make you stand out? Send an automated handwritten letter. I just presented to a bunch of CEOs. I'm trying to close them on a workshop that we're doing. I sent all of them an automated handwritten letter. I actually told them about it, but now they know that I eat my own dog food, right? So hopefully this shows you guys ways to deliver unexpected value, right? If you were to sit down and be able to share, and I'll share some ways, hopefully maybe you can share this stuff with your clients. These are things that you can change somebody's world. It changed mine. When I learned about how to do this stuff, it redefined how I start and grow businesses. I feel like I've got like a toolbox now. I'm not sharing with you, like my wife and I are trying to launch a children's clothing line. Literally riding in the back of the car from spring break, I got everything done with all my freelancers. Logo, website, integrated with the fulfillment house out of AliExpress. This pomade line, I'll have it out of the ground in 2 weeks. So when you learn how to do this, and this is where everything's going. This isn't just some sideshow. Everything is moving in this direction. And I'm amazed at how there's 10% of the audience that usually knows about it. And rightly so, because if you don't embrace it, you wouldn't. I stumbled across it 5 years ago. Right? And helping clients see around corners. Right? Helping them see what's coming. These are some things to think about of how you can do all this stuff in your business. Because when you loan them cash, you want it to stretch as far as possible. And a lot of these companies, it amazes me, they go raise all this venture capital and then they go blow it with all these high dollar agencies and all this other stuff they got to do. Be lean. Right? So, as far as what we do with clients, we do workshops, we kind of do on-site work, kind of dive deep with their companies and figure out everything from startups to like $80 million businesses. Like large companies don't know this stuff at all either, right? This $80 million manufacturer we were working with, they didn't know about a lot of these things, and teaching them how to make their dollars stretch, right? They're in a low margin business and need to be able to do marketing more creatively. So figure out how do you assemble a team of freelancers and growth hacking strategies to grow your business more effectively. And as I mentioned, I took everything that I've learned and put it into these video modules called Expert Outsource Training. Get it done faster, cheaper, smarter. And we break it up into modules of whatever they need in their business. A website, graphic design, data scraping, any of these techniques. We have a 15-minute video, exactly how we did it in screenshots. And then we give them the contact information of the freelancer that we used. So it's helping get businesses to action as soon as possible, and we charge like $39 a month for it. My goal was to make it, I want to get 10,000 people at $39 a month versus charging a ton. But I love doing this. And we get people in, we have a private Facebook group and a whole community. So So to bring this full circle and to land real quick, and I'll wrap up for Q&A. So at the end of the day in sales, right, we're not selling the drill. You're selling the hole in the wood, right? And I constantly push myself and others, don't sell the drill, sell the hole in the wood. That's what you're selling, the result, the benefit. So my wife and I moved to Sandy Springs, and we had a pool. Still not sure about that. And guy that ended up was there servicing for the prior owner. We'll call him Manuel. And great guy, he's always super ambitious. And he has 3 kids, and he was trying to grow his business. He had 10 pools that he was servicing, right? And I said, look, I'll do a trade out. I said, this thing's gonna cost me a lot. I said, look, I know how to do all this stuff super crafty. You're an ambitious guy. As long as you got the mentality and the discipline and the drive, I'll teach you how to do all this stuff. So we did a trade out, taught him how to do this. Got it. Didn't have a website, a logo, didn't have anything. Got him a website, got him a logo. We did a data scrape of all the pool companies in Atlanta to find out what they were doing, what their prices were, so he could undercut them. Instant market intelligence. Built it, taught him how to do Craigslist ads, got him a sticker to go on the side of his truck. In 10 months, he went to 40 pools. And he sold his company. He's giving me chills. Like, it was just awesome to be a part of that. Just a great guy. And he just never would have been able to realize that. That's the hole in the wood. So being able to deliver this stuff, that's my why, because people like that have passion, want to start businesses and grow. And these are vehicles that they can use to do that. So to wrap up, if you guys want, I'll send you a copy of this top 200 tools guide, right? And then you'll have my email. We'll reply back. I got a virtual assistant that manages everything, but she'll reply back. But if you just send an email to tools@entreholic.com, just put your first name in the subject line. Just email it, and I'll send you a copy of these top 200 tools and a list of the resources that we talked about. And by the way, this is the best technique to use. If you're ever doing speaking and presentations and so forth, sending people to a website, sending people to a download page, giving people an address, an email address, works 90% better than anything else as far as getting their information and being able to kind of follow up with stuff. So, I don't know we're on timing. Hopefully I'm close to the mark here, but wanted to open it up for any questions, and hopefully that was helpful.
Has Brad opened up any type of ideas, any thought-provoking opportunities? And obviously, I hope you experienced today a little taste of some of the unexpected value that he can provide to clients, and also extension through you to add unexpected value as well. So let's give him a big round of applause for his time today. And let's open up for any Q&A that we might have for Brad. Yes, Tricia.
Yes, great ideas, great presentation. How do you protect your intellectual capital as you're working with different freelance individuals? Let's say, because the goal is to check out the competition. So now your ideas, your thoughts now become part of the competition for the next person. So how do you contractually, or how do you protect the intellectual capital as you're working with the freelancing?
I mean, so when you work with like platforms like Upwork and so forth, there's a contract built in, so kind of when you engage that they agree to and that you kind of agree to. I mean, at the end of the day, even if you're working with anyone, I mean, if someone wants to run with something, I mean, patent and trademark agreements are the toughest that there are to defend. But like I said, at the end of the day, they live and die by their reputation. This is their livelihood, right? And so anything that they do to misstep compromises that. So, you know, anytime, like, I mean, we had manufacturing, had a product out of Taiwan that we were doing in the teeth whitening space in our last business, and we had one of them workers there ran off, and all of a sudden I saw it on some, you know, Chinese site all of a sudden. I mean, it's just, but at the end of the day, our brand and market and what you're doing hopefully move faster and quicker. But there's pretty good checks and balances in the system. And I've been doing this a long time, and I haven't really heard many cases at all of that happening.
I'm anxious to get to the toolkit and see how we can do our own lead list for particular industries that we have areas of expertise in, right?
That is great.
We were also talking about earlier, as I was teeing up our speaker this afternoon, being you, is being able to data mine talent by position, by organization, by skill set, by all those things. Those are just ways we can use it inside our industry for a nominal cost. But also, if we can share that information, what is the number one challenge today that we talk to our clients about is finding talent. every one of them. So there's a lot of different ways that they can use through hiring agencies. I imagine a database will pull all those stuff in together and also identify people how to contact them. So these are a lot of tools that we can use to unlock ideas and create unexpected value for our clients. And obviously Brad was being very humble and didn't go into greater detail, but that consultation that I was just yesterday with a dominant tile distributor over out of Stone Mountain, Georgia. And they have scale, they have size, scale, all these things, and a differentiated type of company, but have no idea how to market it. No idea. So they're doing really well without that. What if they really had a chance to really take that to the next level? And so I think if those type of platforms, Brad is a perfect individual, at least to make an introduction. And if you don't, that's fine, but those capabilities, we can do this in 30 minutes. Wait till he spends a whole time with their organization, which consists of a father, a son, and a sales manager, right? What if they had the skill set of all these freelancers to really help them take that to the next level? Tons of cash, tons of inventory, well-known brand, but don't really know what to do with it. It could be a quantum leap. So, any other questions for Brad? I know we're short on time, but
I have one quick one. One thing I think is a obstacle to thinking how to use this, and you helped us with this, is how do you explain, so for example, to one of these outsourcers exactly how you want that data scraped? Or I mean, how do you communicate effectively?
Screencast-o-matic.
So you just tell them and they just sort of get it?
So these people, they do this for a living. I mean, they do nothing but, so literally we'll go and everything from wedding venues to we had a client that was trying to target, parents of teens, and they want to go after mommy bloggers. Well, you can't go buy a list of mommy bloggers. So recorded a screen, went in Google and said, these are all the types of mommy bloggers that I want. Go scrape and get every single mommy blogger, get their web address, get their email address. So there's directories that exist out there. But using that Screencast-O-Matic, I've literally done, I think, 700 of them so far this year. I use it for everything. Once you start using it, you pop it up, record your screen, and you should describe what you're wanting. I want you to go here, I want you to look here, I want you to grab this, I want you to put it in this spreadsheet. I mean, you just literally, on your screen, navigate what you want. And then you don't have to save it as a video file and upload it to YouTube. They host the video. Once you're done, you hit done, it says publish to a link, and it generates a little link, and you just email it. And then they quickly watch exactly whatever you're doing.
And then most of them are good enough to be able to just watch that, and then you get good quality work out of it.
Well, and typically with my guy, I mean, I've got several that do this now, but usually have them send 10 records just to see if they're on target, to kind of take a look at them. And they put them through, they use tools like Never Bounce that also check emails and make sure that they don't bounce in the process. So they got some quality check stuff that they do. But usually, if you're first starting off, have them do 10 free records, and then once you validate, then just have them kind of run with it. Yeah.
Great. It's awesome stuff. Thank you.
let's give Brad one more round of applause.